Hey Yogi, I'm Amber from the Desert Daydreamer. Welcome to my channel. In today's yoga class, we are going to focus on giving some love to our hands and our feet because every single yoga pose is done either on your hands and feet, but it's not often that we take dedicated time to just stretch and strengthen those two very important body parts. So we are going to be doing that here today. I also want to let you know that if you were drawn to this class because you've just recently started practicing yoga and you're noticing that your wrists are bugging you during your practice, that's actually pretty normal because we spend a lot of our day in wrist flexion, which is like this, like at our computers or driving or on our phones. And then when we start practicing yoga, we're in extension like this for a lot of the time. So it's very normal for your wrists to get a little bit aggravated when you first start practicing. So just keep with your practice if you are experiencing that. If you're having really shooting pain, then maybe go see your doctor right away. But if it just feels like a little bit sore and tight in your wrists, keep practicing. It's really important to use proper hand engagement, which I will be teaching you during this class. And if maybe after 2 or 3 weeks of practicing consistently, you're still experiencing wrist pain or discomfort, then I would say it's probably time to go see your doctor. So with that being said, for this class, you will need one firm ball. This is a yoga ball. I got it off of Amazon and I'll link it down below if you'd like to get something like this. But a tennis ball or a baseball, something like that would also work. If you don't have anything like this, don't worry about it. Just skip the first minute or so of this class. I'll have plenty of other good things for you. So with that being said, go ahead and roll out your mat and we will get started here in just a moment. All right, friends, we are going to begin standing at the back of the mat. Your feet are going to be hips distance. Go ahead and take that ball and place it right underneath one of your feet. Doesn't matter which one. Right in the middle. Now begin to move your foot forward so that the ball is rolling towards the back of your foot, and then reverse. Move your foot backwards so the ball comes forwards. Now right here, if you're struggling with the balance, feel welcome to use a wall or a chair for support. Keep going. If you're not using anything for support, then find something still in front of you to look at. Just rolling that ball forwards and backwards along the length of your foot and trying your best to slow this movement down. You're welcome to pause anywhere that feels good. And just do one more. And use that foot to roll the ball right in front of your feet. And before we switch sides, just plant that foot down. And I want you to just notice the difference. I always feel like when I do this, I can feel more of my mat on my foot. All right, and let's switch sides, bringing that ball to the other foot, and again, just bringing your foot forwards and then moving it back. Nice and slow. Do a couple more. And then use your foot to roll the ball in front of you. Place your foot down And just take another moment here to just notice. Feel yourself grounded and connected to your mat and the earth. Such a beautiful sensation. And then let's bend down, reach down, grab your ball, and just move it over to the side. And then heel toe your feet in together so that your toes are touching. There's a little space in between your heels. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come onto your tippy toes and begin to lower all the way down to your mat. Again, you can use that wall or chair for support here. And once you're there, release your knees down to the mat. So your toes are tucked under, knees are on the mat. Reach back and make sure that none of your toes are curled under. And we are going to hang out here for a little bit. So if you're here and this is way too much for you, then try lifting your seat up and this will take some of the pressure off. Otherwise, sit back onto your heels. Extend your arms out in front of you, and I want you to make tight fists with your hands. And then let's extend the fingers out, and let's do that a few more times. Tight fists, extend, super good for the hands and fingers. And go ahead and do 2 more. Beautiful job. Bring your hands right at your heart in prayer. Interlace your fingers and let's make a wave motion with our hands and our wrists. And you can pause anywhere that feels good, anywhere that maybe needs a little extra attention. And whichever way you're going, go ahead and reverse it. Beautiful. Release the hands down, shift forward slightly, untuck your toes, and then sit on back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands down to the mat. Forehead comes down for a quick child's pose. Taking a quick counter stretch for those feet. One more breath. And then let's walk our hands in so that we're in a seated position on our knees. Again, bring your hands together in prayer, interlace the fingers, and I want you to press the palms forward, round the back, look down. Inhale, come up, keep the fingers interlaced. Exhale, press the palms forward and round. Inhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale brings you back to center. And 1 more time, exhale. This time we're going to hold. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, lift the palms up to the ceiling, straighten up. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Beautiful job. Make your way into a tabletop position with your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, taking a few cat-cows because why not? Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Coming to a flat back, I want you to look down at your hands. Now, traditionally, your middle finger should be pointing forward. However, if you are experiencing wrist pain, then I would encourage you to try turning your hands out just slightly so that your index fingers are pointing forward, and that's a little bit more easy on your wrist. So whatever is more comfortable for you. Now, again, looking down at your hands, I want you to focus on really gripping through your fingertips and rooting down through your base knuckles. And if you don't know what your base knuckles are, they're just right here. So you're really gripping down. You're almost doing like a claw kind of a motion. All right, now, if you're here and you're realizing that this actually is a little bit of work, you would be correct. And this is how you want your hands to be most of the time when you're doing anything in yoga on your hands. So if you're here and this is more than enough, then go ahead and stay with this and just practice keeping this engagement. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little more, then what we are going to do is keeping the engagement in our hands, lift the heel of the hand off the mat just slightly, like less than an inch, and slowly lower. 4 more. Lift and lower. And you're not slamming your hand down. You want to make sure that this is very controlled. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift. Lower, great way to strengthen the wrists. And lower, last one, awesome job. Now I want you to keep your hands about shoulders width, but you're gonna begin to turn your fingers so that they're facing each other and keep walking them all the way back so that maybe they start to point back towards your body, and then reverse it. Walk the hands out, fingers pointing out to the sides, and again, if you can, all the way back so that they're facing your body. And let's do that one more time. And this time, as you walk your hands out, I want you to pause wherever it is that that you find your limit, wherever it is that you feel like that's as far as I can go. So you might be here with your fingers pointing towards your knees, and you might be here with your fingers pointing out towards the side. Wherever you are, that is great. Just go ahead and hold it. Now, if your fingers are pointing towards your knees and you feel comfortable, go ahead and try a cat-cow, arching the back, rounding. Only doing this if your fingers are pointing towards your knees. And if you're with me, let's do one more. And coming to a flat back and bringing your fingers back so that they are pointing forwards. From here, extend the right toes back. So the toes are tucked under, leg is extended, and I want you to just rock forwards and backwards, stretching out that calf muscle. Again, taking a moment to look at your hands, seeing if you have that engagement. And let's find stillness, keeping your left leg exactly as it is. Lift your hips up and back. So the right leg is straight, the left leg is bent, and you're stretching out the top of the left foot. And just holding here for a couple breaths. Awesome job. Come back down, bring the right knee in, and extend the left toes back. Adding that rock forwards and backwards. And let's find stillness, and once again, lift the hips up and back. And if you can't lift them up all the way, that's fine. If you're right here, or maybe even here, that is great. Just lift them up as high as you can. Beautiful. Come back down, bring the left knee in, and let's find a comfortable seated position. Once you're there, inhale, reach your hands up. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. One more time, inhale, big breath. Exhale, hands come down to your heart. And bowing down towards your hands in gratitude for your practice and for your beautiful body. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this practice leaves you feeling amazing, and I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.